Well, we're back down on the start line for the MXGP qualifying race. We're going to have a word with our defending world champion, Antonio Cairoli. Tony, we're going to have a chat first about last weekend in Arco di Trento. You didn't seem your usual self.
Yeah, you know, when MXGP is always difficult, you know, a lot of extra stuff besides racing, so you know, you're a little bit confused. So I couldn't really focus it on the race, but anyway, you know, the track was pretty slicky, and with my ankle injury, I was very carefully, and also 2 bad starts. I mean, first race very bad, lost, and then second race not so bad, but then I was a little bit too slow in the beginning, and then while I was coming through the pack, I was second and trying to catch Clement. Then I made another mistake and I went on the ground. So it was a difficult weekend, but you know, looking forward for another GP and maybe on a better ways.
Well, best of luck this weekend. That's all from us down here on the start line.
Well, in the time practice, it was Clement de Salle on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki who topped the timing sheets. Less than a second between him and Sean Simpson on the HM Plant KTM. Gauthier Paulin was third on his Monster Energy Kawasaki. Tony Cairoli on the Red Bull KTM, and Stephen Frossard also on the Monster Energy Kawasaki, back from that horrendous crash 1 week ago at the MXGP of Trentino. And the 183 riding with strapping on his chin from a facial wound picked up in that crash. Conditions here on Saturday in qualifying, a lot of rain the last few days, and the track very muddy, so a start very important. Look out for Max Nagel, number 12 on the HRC Honda, sweeping across but running wide as Tony Cairoli then went through the gap in the door, and it was he who led over the first few jumps as Kevin Strybos went down at the top of the hill, throwing away a great opportunity. Tony Cairoli though from Max Nagel, Jeremy Van Hoorbeek in third, Gauthier Paulin fourth, Clement de Salle fifth, Sean Simpson with a great start in sixth position as they led their way round the opening laps. Frossard had a good start as well in seventh. But Max Nagel though was not letting Antonio Cairoli go, nor too were the challengers behind on what was a very difficult racetrack indeed. Lots of big ruts. Tony Cairoli, that wasn't the first mistake he made around this circuit. And you can see as well, Clement de Salle was wrestling with that Rockstar Energy Suzuki as Paulin went through, and he was on the charge towards the front of the field. Max Nagel was applying the pressure on his HRC Honda, and then Tony Cairoli fell from the lead on lap 2, handing the advantage to Max Nagel. Cairoli picked himself up, but Van Hoorbeek also went through, and a little bit later as well, so too did Gauthier Paulin. So Cairoli taking a little bit of time just to readjust after picking himself up, after making that mistake whilst leading in the qualifying race. Max Nagel, though, already a race winner in 2014, was trying to throw down the hammer around a circuit that he last won on in 2010. Of course, that was the first round of the World Championship. Therefore, he picked up the red plate that time around. He was making it look pretty easy despite the tough conditions. Big deep ruts, big holes, hard and slick underneath, and off the race line, very muddy indeed. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, looking comfortable on that factory Yamaha, was having another good ride here in Sevlievo. There's Cairoli now dropping behind Gauthier Paulin in fourth. Evgeny Bobashev eventually came home in seventh. But it was Kevin Strybos, who we saw on the opening lap fall, pick himself up from last, and he soon carved his way past the Russian into an eventual sixth place on his Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Nagel was looking good and was in confident mood. So too was Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. Gauthier Paulin tried to charge the last couple of laps to see if he could find a way past the Belgian Van Hoorbeek on that blue Yamaha. And Tony Cairoli looked to have found his groove as well, as he started to catch the Frenchman on the Kawasaki. But Max Nagel, though, number 12 on the Honda, was the one who came down the hill to take the checkered flag. Van Hoorbeek was second, Paulin was third.
Max, congratulations on your first pole position of the year. You were on the gas today.
Yeah, I really liked it. Has been a lot of rain here and a lot of ruts, so it's completely the opposite from last week in Arco, where I was struggling a lot because there was no lines, no ruts. Now we have a lot, actually too much, but that's what I like. I was feeling really nice on the bike, comfortable, and we will see. I think they will do a pretty much job on the track tonight, so it will be completely different story tomorrow. But still, I want to try to get good start tomorrow and make the same like today. If I can do the same riding, I'm happy.
Absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow for race day.
Thank you.